So, hello. Yesterday I was asked about this training knife. I want to demonstrate that this is a training knife. The nice thing about this is when you are practicing sparring and you get marked, you can begin to see where the cut would have been. Same thing with the clothing, especially if it's white. Now that being said, just because I can do all these kind of tricks with this practice knife, which is grabbing me by the blade, and so on and so forth. Now that's being rather sloppy. So let's try to take this up just a tiny bit of a notch. I'm going to be sacrificing some of my cardboard just because it's a little bit more sturdy, but I want you to see just how sharp this knife is. Just because I'm using a training knife doesn't mean that I can't use these techniques. So, that being said, this is how sharp it is. And I only used about this much amount of pressure. We're talking literally like that. I'm not even moving it back. So, when I go for a stab, even when it gets through, it cuts. So what I want to demonstrate is going through here. Watch how sharp this knife is. It's not the sharpest knife in the world, but I want you to understand that when you're wielding a live blade, it's still dangerous. As you can see, it's a clean cut. Now, when I'm doing... My apology for the noise. When I'm doing these kind of tricks, especially with the knife, now, for the one hand, I am preferably, right-handed. But, that being said, that doesn't mean that I can't, say, switch to my left hand and then continue on. Same thing with the left hand. I can cut, I can cut, I can cut, I can switch. There's many different ways that you can manipulate a knife that are conducive towards tricking when it comes to live blades. Now, of course, I'm doing a figure eight, but that being said, there's plenty of tricks you can do with the knife, such as catching it, such as rotating it, such as catching it by the edge so that you can... Remember, I'm using the edge here. And you can flip it back around. Now, there are certain tricks that are a little bit more difficult, such as the training trick where I bounce it on my hand and then I rotate it around my index finger. But that's not really practical. The goal for a knife is that you keep it as sheathed as much as possible. Now, I'm not sheathing it here, but to give you an example, if I'm in a fight, they're in trouble. So, I just want to thank you guys for watching. That's me fucking around with a live blade. As you can see, I am not cut whatsoever. I have never been cut by a knife, but the simple trick is, it's like a gun. Don't point it at yourself. The only real dangerous part of this knife, especially when it has a full tang and a pommel, is the simple fact that unless you aim this part at you, and of course I'm wearing clothing so it's not going to pierce it that much, but I can also rub it across my arm and so on and so forth. The difference is I'm not applying pressure, and that's what actually, with that flow, allows you to cut through the meat and the target. Now, I have to say that most of these are not practical. For example, I'm never going to do that in a knife fight. I'm never going to go here. It's not intimidating. But if someone has their knife like this with the blade pointing towards them, give them your wallet. chances are they're more familiar with a knife and how to use it than you are who is a cook. We all grow up with these, but not everybody understands exactly how manipulatable these are. So, that being said, I just want to thank you guys for watching, and I hope that this proved a rather entertaining video. One last toss. Oops, sorry. So, with that being said, keep a tight grip, don't let go, and learn how to defend yourself. Because with a knife, it's about speed, it's about accuracy, it's about winning. So, thank you guys for watching.